We're throwing a party this weekend. We're throwing a party this weekend. The car was washed by a professional. The car was washed by a professional. His brother-in-law is a pipeplayer. His brother-in-law is a pipeplayer. How often does he play video games? How often does he play video games? It seems common sense that fewer people will mean lower carbon emissions. It seems common sense that fewer people will mean lower carbon emissions. May I see your ticket, please? May I see your ticket, please? Do you work weekends? Do you work weekends? You never forget important dates. You never forget important dates. We're going on vacation next week. We're going on vacation next week. I'll just take some time and take it back. I'll just take some time and take it back. Can you contact me? Can you contact me? I am going to school. I am going to school. I'm interviewing you. I'm interviewing you. How many books are on the shelf? How many books are on the shelf? Can't we borrow from time to time? Can't we borrow from time to time? I need to take a bath. I need to take a bath. Tomorrow we are going hiking in the mountains. Tomorrow we are going hiking in the mountains. I am very interested in this new book. I am very interested in this new book. Doesn't it ship every month? Doesn't it ship every month? I tie the atmosphere to the August sun to attract you. I tie the atmosphere to the August sun to attract you. They should not tell our secret to anyone. They should not tell our secret to anyone. Was his grandfather the vice president? Was his grandfather the vice president? He can come at noon. He can come at noon. Are his stepsisters nurses? Are his stepsisters nurses? I want to buy a new car, but I'm not sure which one to choose. I want to buy a new car, but I'm not sure which one to choose. The computer is an indispensable tool for modern communication. The computer is an indispensable tool for modern communication. They will have finished construction by the end of the week. They will have finished construction by the end of the week. He should have finished the report yesterday. He should have finished the report yesterday. How many dogs are in the park? How many dogs are in the park? Travel agency 3 months ago. Travel agency 3 months ago. We organized a charity event to collect donations for a good cause. We organized a charity event to collect donations for a good cause. Should you say it often? Should you say it often? Let's set up a follow-up meeting to discuss the results. Let's set up a follow-up meeting to discuss the results. Must be a ballerina every day. Must be a ballerina every day. Could you please send me the report by the end of the day? Could you please send me the report by the end of the day? The post office is on the left side of the street. The post office is on the left side of the street. They were talking about it on the phone. They were talking about it on the phone. Then it could not be a midwife. Then it could not be a midwife. Should show. Should show. I will buy a shirt. I will buy a shirt. Was he not walking normally? Was he not walking normally? Children love to watch cartoons on TV. Children love to watch cartoons on TV. I can do an acrobat soon. I can do an acrobat soon. Your mission is a bit silly. Your mission is a bit silly. Were they cost? Were they cost? Should I go ashore after 3 years? Should I go ashore after 3 years? Do you need anything else? Do you need anything else? I thought you would help me. I thought you would help me. We had already finished the project before the deadline. We had already finished the project before the deadline. Are you invited at 5 p.m.? Are you invited at 5 p.m.? Fill in. Fill in. They watched a movie together. They watched a movie together. Am I never an illusionist? Am I never an illusionist? As long as you love me, I will never leave you. As long as you love me, I will never leave you. Get to know the candidate more deeply and discuss their motivations and review social skills and value alignment. Get to know the candidate more deeply and discuss their motivations and review social skills and value alignment. I don't notice anything special about it. I don't notice anything special about it. I have no other opinion. I have no other opinion. Did you ask all of us? Did you ask all of us? This may be an error. This may be an error. His grandfather was a firefighter. His grandfather was a firefighter. Am I a field worker? Am I a field worker? Where is the center of the world? Where is the center of the world? I'll be at the gym for an hour. I'll be at the gym for an hour. Is it made of leather? Is it made of leather? The bus driver announced that we had arrived at the final destination. The bus driver announced that we had arrived at the final destination. Look at this. Look at this. I ate some cheese with my crackers. I ate some cheese with my crackers. He didn't take the shortcut, so he came late. He didn't take the shortcut, so he came late. Is to wake up. Is to wake up. The actors will shoot the movie on location next month. The actors will shoot the movie on location next month. The package was opened by the buyer. The package was opened by the buyer. You would exercise every day. You would exercise every day. What day of the week are you busiest? What day of the week are you busiest? The article examines the effects of climate change on wildlife. The article examines the effects of climate change on wildlife. Should deny it. Should deny it. They can cost 1 minute later. They can cost 1 minute later. She wasn't usually a policewoman. She wasn't usually a policewoman. Could you send me the minutes of the last meeting? Could you send me the minutes of the last meeting? I don't know. I don't know. It should cool down after a week. It should cool down after a week. My teacher told me, you have to be careful in class. My teacher told me, you have to be careful in class. They will not do business at night. They will not do business at night. Why they shouldn't. Why they shouldn't. Do you like cooking? Do you like cooking? 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. How about a barbecue in the backyard? How about a barbecue in the backyard? He went to the beach during the day. He went to the beach during the day. He will start his own business next year. He will start his own business next year. Looking forward. Looking forward. He's not going to the party, is he? He's not going to the party, is he? Early in the morning the sun rose. Early in the morning the sun rose. The exam was very difficult for most students. The exam was very difficult for most students. My name is Jim. My name is Jim. You should like. You should like. We will live in 5 years. We will live in 5 years. Did they increase? Did they increase? Weren't we the judge? Weren't we the judge? He needs to buy a new computer. He needs to buy a new computer. We saw it on TV. We saw it on TV. Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. You did not succeed at noon. You did not succeed at noon. He could pass the exam very well. He could pass the exam very well. Please relax and breathe deeply for this scan. Please relax and breathe deeply for this scan. Let me. Will you pick me up from the airport? Will you pick me up from the airport? Although it is difficult, we must overcome it. Although it is difficult, we must overcome it. I love you since 1980. I love you since 1980. I had already bought the tickets when the concert was cancelled. I had already bought the tickets when the concert was cancelled. The situation in the country is positive. The situation in the country is positive. Not applicable. Not applicable. Super kids Dennis love donkeys, donkey toys. Super kids Dennis love donkeys, donkey toys. I can be a travel agent at sunrise. I can be a travel agent at sunrise. You have to do the calculus at noon. You have to do the calculus at noon. Can you set up a meeting for next week? Can you set up a meeting for next week? The new restaurant is more crowded than before. The new restaurant is more crowded than before. Later that morning the cameraman too. Later that morning the cameraman too. Was our nephew a gardener? Was our nephew a gardener? I am becoming more familiar with the streets of the city. I am becoming more familiar with the streets of the city. They took the short route, so they got to their destination early. They took the short route, so they got to their destination early. Not even near. Not even near. Shouldn't he always kiss? Shouldn't he always kiss? Now we can dance. Now we can dance. That photo belongs to Victor. That photo belongs to Victor. I received it from the team. I received it from the team. I won't be able to attend the meeting tomorrow. I won't be able to attend the meeting tomorrow. I will not disappoint you. I will not disappoint you. The legacy of his teachings has influenced countless lives. The legacy of his teachings has influenced countless lives. Hadn't we attended? Hadn't we attended? He finished his presentation early. He finished his presentation early. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. What should I do? What should I do? Avoid procrastination and get things done. Avoid procrastination and get things done. Then can't I see? Then can't I see? Participant. Participant. I may not be able to referee every day. I may not be able to referee every day. Good morning. How are you today? Good morning. How are you today? Can you help me with this heavy box, please? Can you help me with this heavy box, please? He plays basketball with his brother. He plays basketball with his brother. The team have to leave for another meeting. The team have to leave for another meeting. What is your exchange policy? What is your exchange policy? When he felt sick, he should go to the doctor. When he felt sick, he should go to the doctor. Have you finished reading the book? They asked. Have you finished reading the book? They asked. Was it the measure? Was it the measure? Why not right away? Why not right away? He never forgets to call his parents. He never forgets to call his parents. I will come to your house in about 20 minutes. I will come to your house in about 20 minutes. Wouldn't you have researched after a week? Wouldn't you have researched after a week? They want to travel to Europe next summer. They want to travel to Europe next summer. Do you sell fresh fruit and berries? Do you sell fresh fruit and berries?